Welcome back to the Energy Academy. Over the next couple of episodes, we'll be looking at how prices are determined in ERCOT. As we mentioned previously, ERCOT is a nodal power market. This means that the price of power differs across various locations, and these locations are known as nodes. The different prices at these nodes are known as Locational Marginal Prices, or LMPs. LMPs simply reflect the value of producing an additional unit of power at a given node. As of early 2024, there are around 17,000 nodes in ERCOT, and just under 900 of these have a unique LMP. And these nodes with a unique LMP are known as settlement points. Most settlement points represent a single resource in the form of a resource node. Something like a battery energy storage system, a wind farm, a combined cycle gas generator, etc. Basically, a transmission-connected resource that participates in wholesale markets and can respond to dispatch instructions. Some settlement points don't just represent a single node. Instead, they're aggregations of nodes, called load zones or trading hubs. Every 5 minutes, ERCOT produces a unique LMP for each of them. But how are these prices formed? Well, the main component of prices across ERCOT is something called the System Lambda. System Lambda is just the cost of procuring the next cheapest unit of energy across the entire system. So, say that demand is 50 gigawatts across the entire state. The sun is shining, the wind is blowing, and demand is being met by a combination of wind and solar, nuclear, and a bit of coal generation on top. And the most expensive generator being used, in this case a coal plant, determines the System Lambda. Now, imagine the sun sets and solar generation drops off, and at the same time, demand rises slightly. This means that ERCOT may now need to use slightly more expensive generation in order to meet demand. So, ERCOT turns up some natural gas plants, and because natural gas is generally a more expensive form of generation, System Lambda increases. Now, this scenario is a crazy oversimplification. In fact, determining System Lambda is a much more complex and nuanced process than this. It takes into account factors such as resource ramp rates, system frequency, and the bid and offer curves of individual resources. System Lambda is simply the first component in determining the LMP at every settlement point. The second is transmission congestion. In the next episode, we'll discuss exactly how the cost of alleviating congestion is factored into LMPs. See you there.